Morning, everyone. How are you doing today? As I shared in our daily financial news episode from this morning, I'm going to initiate another series that we're going to call Hot Takes. And this is our first episode, and we are coming out swinging. Over the last several months or so, people have been asking me what could possibly derail the single family market. And if you watched any of my videos here recently, the answer's always been interest rates. If interest rates doubled, we could see a dramatic shift, a dramatic slowdown in single family almost overnight. And for the first time since I've started thinking about this, I could see the chessboard actually making movements where interest rates double. I don't think it's likely, but for the first time, I think it's possible. So let me share with you what I mean. First and foremost, interest rates today on the 30-year loan, we're talking 30-year fixed here, are below 3%. And if you don't know, right now it is very difficult for banks to turn profit, when interest rates are so low. They talk about carry forward and, all of these other kind of internal metrics for banks to turn a profit. But one of the things you need to realize is individual lending institutions can set their own interest rates. And one of the variables that they consider when they are setting their internal interest rates is risk, right? What is the risk of getting these monthly mortgage payments, right? Because they are, in turn selling that mortgage to someone else and the like. So one of the first things that I see could happen, and I actually saw this in Nancy's proposal for the $2.4 trillion HEROES Act #2, is she is calling for another year of mortgage forbearance. In the CARES Act, there was up to a year allowed, but only for FHA or government-backed loans, which is about 35% of the market. In this legislation that's proposed, not agreed to, but proposed, and that's what scares me, they are saying all loans, everyone, every time. Think about that. Banks make decisions based on risk and risk of payment collection. They then sell that to someone else and they, peel off their profit. If you come out and say every mortgage, everywhere, year forbearance, no one pays, banks are in huge trouble. Banks will look at that and think every new loan is highly risky. They will jack up interest rates immediately. They have to. You would too. If Congress comes in and suddenly breaks the Constitution and says they can interject into contract law, you are going to raise rates too, wouldn't you? If your borrower thinks that you may not pay back and you've got Congress backing, there will be no 3% loans. It'll be 6, 8, 10%. Single family housing will crash and no transactions will happen. Zero. And I guess cash transactions will happen, but nobody will borrow. So my first hot take is I do not think it is probable, but I do think it is possible for Congress to create legislation that adds risk to the banks and banks have to raise rates significantly overnight. That's frightening. That is scary to think about. But that is something that has me very, very concerned. On top of that, not only is there a year of forbearance just given to everyone, they're also going to extend the eviction moratorium another year. They're trying to kill the mom and pop, and I will probably make that another hot take. But yes, the proposals from Nancy and the House of Representatives could have significant ramifications in the housing market, significant ramifications in housing transactions and could significantly stunt America. It is really frightening to think about. So there's my first hot take. Again, remember, hot takes, one topic, one idea, off the top, just what I'm thinking. Take care of yourself. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.